Hello, welcome to my channel. The main rule for the quilting is that there are no rules. You will learn, you will watch others, and you will find the methods and ways of quilting that works for you. And that's the most important thing, because you need to find what works for you to be able to enjoy the process. What you will see is my process of working with different materials and different designs, and I hope some of those tips and tricks will help you in your own journey. Hi everyone, it's Paula from Paula Quilting. Welcome back. Today is another blog for our quilt along for Southampton quilters, but for those who are not doing that quilt along, it's a great blog if you have lots of strings. So that's another option for the string quilts. I've got this bucket with lots of strips, different sizes, different widths, different angles of the cuts, and that's what I'm going to be working with today. So for starters, for those for the quilt along, we'll need 8 of those blocks for our quilt. So I will be making 16 because I'm making 2 quilts. And the block will be trimmed to 6.5-inch square. So for 6.5, I won't have my scraps cut to about 8 inches. I mean, if they're a little bit longer, then that's fine, but 8 will be fine. That will depend a little bit on what strings are you using, because if they are fairly straight, you don't have to have 8, you can have a little bit less and you'll be able to square it up to what you want. But if the strips got different angles of the cuts, you want to have a little bit of leeway, because they may not end up fairly straight at the edges. So first we will stitch together lots of strips. So you want to make more or less a 8x8 square. And what I would recommend for that one is just to have a starch, because you want to stitch it all together one after another, chain them through your machine, then iron them on the end with the starch to make it nice and sturdy to work with. And then there will be one more step to add in between, and then they will be squaring up. So I will go through my bucket and I will choose my colors, whatever you like, however you want to organize it. I would say for this block, because it's 6.5-inch blocks, go with possibly with the skinnier one strips. You don't have to use the 1/4-inch allowance. The allowance might be slightly smaller, depend what you can go with comfortably. So I will be using, like I said, little bit smaller strips, narrower one. So I'll just go through my bucket. As you can see, it's full of everything, so I will definitely be able to pick up those. And you don't have to trim them to the 8 if you have all of the strips quite long. Stitch them all together first and then cut them, unless you want to have a variety. That's option as well. But because my strips are random lengths, I will trim them to 8 or 7.5-ish, and then I will start chaining them through my sewing machine. Okay, so I cut my strips to 8 inches and I will start stitching them. The good idea is to narrow the stitch length, so I will go probably about 1/8 or even 1/2. 1/8 I think will be alright. And like I said, I need 16 of my blocks. If you are Southampton quilter and you're making one quilt, you need 8. And if you are not Southampton quilter and you just want to use those blocks to make a quilt out of it, then obviously you need to make as many as you plan to make. So I will choose 16 beginnings, and now I will start adding to it, chain piece it through until I finish all of those strips, and I will add the second pair to it. As mentioned, I will not necessarily maybe use 1/4 inch on all of the stitching, because depending on the size of the strip of it, you know, width, I might need to go with the lower one. So I'm not even using my 1/4 inch foot on that one. Basically just have fun with it. I'm going with the very scrappy look because that's how my quilts have been designed, but you may choose go color coordinated, you may choose have just 2 colors, you know, or any other combination. Okay, so I finished making my string blocks. Before I show you how they look, I fluffed up my strings and now they don't want to go back to my bucket. I think I need to start working on some more string piecing here. Okay, so I've got my blocks and I did iron them. And I was just checking to make sure I've got them at least 6.5 inch all around. If I do, I'm good to go. So I just want to show you something about those blocks. Do you see how they bow in some places? That's fine. And why it happened, because I basically, you know, I was standing on one side of the block and when ironing, and I just, you know, shuffle here, shuffle there, and the fabric went all over the place. You know, that would not be very good if you're working with like proper straight strips and you have a special design you want to go with. But for this block, perfect, because the more kind of shape change we add to it, the better. So what do we want to do next? This block I called Broken Crayons because those are my crayons and now I'm going to be breaking them. How you break them, in which spot, totally up to you. And what you want to put in between, I would say go for a plain color. It's just because this, you know, the other pieces are so colorful already. You want something what will kind of come out from the background. So I may add this yellow here. And the second cut, when I do either this way or that way, however, you know, I feel at the time, I can use either the same or different color. Up to you, totally. But don't worry about stitching it so they come together like this when they finished. Those are broken crayons, so you know I said you need to have a little bit more on the sides and on the height, exactly because when you're stitching it back you want to move them a little bit. So this is the, you know, stress-free piecing it back together. So this is what I'm going to do with all of those blocks, and I should have some plain colors fabrics in my bucket, and I will use that. And the strip you want to use should not be more than 1 inch. You want that piece in the middle be quite narrow, so it does not do not overtake the block. So let me crack on with that, and I will show you how they look when they're done. Okay, so I finished sewing both of the sticks on my crayons. I did starch it again just to make sure it's nice and easy to work with. And now it's squaring time. So because the blocks are much bigger, you know, than what you need, you can basically choose which part you would like to have in your block. I will be trying to go to, you know, to as much as I can to one of the edges, because then I can use this strip in next project, and this strip then can go to another scrappy project as well, so nothing gets, you know, wasted by doing that. Okay, so this is what the squared broken crayon block looks like. I will carry on with the rest of the blocks and I'll pop them on the design wall to show you how they look together. And here they are, my broken crayons. I did see quite a few designs with those, you know, very narrow strips breaking the block, but usually you've got one type of fabric as a background. Here I've used the strings. I think it's a great, you know, different type of block if you have lots of strings to use. And again, they don't have to be even, you know, the skinnier the better. The more you will put in one block, the more color is going to be there. It will make a great scrappy quilt as is, or you can put some sashing in between to kind of break it down a little bit more if you like. This is how it can look when you use just those blocks in the quilt, and let me show you where it goes in our Southampton Quilters Quilt Along project. Okay, so the quilt getting too big for my design wall, so I just put it on the top half of it, but if you move that middle panel around, the other 4 blocks on each side will go exactly in the same spot. So you can do it that way. So that's where they're going. So they're going with the blocks we did last time, the corner log cabins, and they kind of are extension of it, and link it all together. And that's just another option for those who are not doing quilt along. I've put the sticks and my corner wonky log cabins together, and they look good too. So if you want scrappy quilt and maybe you've made too many string ones, that's a great option to kind of change the style a little bit but still make it scrappy. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to my channel to support my work. For further inspiration and examples of my work, you can check my Instagram or Facebook page. Happy creating!